Good? All right. Hey, welcome back. Oh, it's been a couple of weeks since I've done a video. I apologize. I've been slacking. It was super crazy last week. Good week, no complaints, but just crazy stuff. Guys, this is the last week. This is the last week to get our stuff in, get our stuff taken care of, so we got to take care of our business. Now we can't play anymore. We got to get down to business, and we got to finish things up. So, excuse me, I have my list of things we need to talk about. Let's blow through these really quickly. First of all, the last video I did, one of my students left a comment about where's the Cowboys. Well, the Cowboys are trash, first of all, but I do have, here's the Cowboys helmet. Can you see it there, Devin? Cowboys, this is from about 1981, I would guess, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's a pretty rare helmet, an ACE1, very rare. It's the only one I have. So that's good, so I'll never get rid of it, but Cowboys are trash. I mean, you gotta own that. The Cowboys are just garbage. All right, so first of all, number one, yearbooks. Some students have asked me about yearbooks, what's gonna happen with yearbooks. From what I understand, you guys are going to get your yearbooks. Now, whether that happens in May, so this month sometime, whether that happens in August, those are questions that we still are up in the air on, but yes, you will be receiving a yearbook. Number two, grade books will be closing on Friday, this Friday. So it's today's Monday, you got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the grade book closes, and that's it. And remember, we're not doing third quarter, fourth quarter. There was no fourth quarter. So you may have noticed that I've completely wiped out all the fourth quarter grades. Anything that was worth saving was bumped over. So you've got to make changes to your third quarter grade. Here's how you do that. So get into Infinite Campus. You'll go to your third quarter grade for Infinite Campus. Check out your grades, whatever you're missing, whatever you did poorly on. So look at the percentage. Whatever you did poorly on, make those changes. I've got everything in a Google Classroom now that you would need to access to be able to make that change. So the ball's in your court. You guys have all of the resources that you need. You got to do something about it now. And if you aren't sure, drop me an email. You have Remind. You have resources. Use them. All right, you're smart kids. One of my students asked me about quizzes. How do we retake quizzes? How do we retake tests? What I want you to do there is email me and say, hey, Mr. Peterson, could you email me the quiz or the test or whatever it is? What I will do is I will get in, boom, get that emailed to you. You have, from that point, you have 30 minutes, 30. You have 30 minutes to take that quiz and then get it sent back over to me. Oh, somebody's ringing the doorbell. They're gonna have to wait. Next, sign progress reports. So in the third quarter, in like February, I had you guys get a progress report signed. And some of you never did that. So if you want those 15 points, and that's a big 15 points, it doesn't sound like much, that's a big 15 points, you have to make a video with your mom or your dad saying, yep, I saw the grade in Infinite Campus, and that's all I'll need, and I'll put the 15 points in the grade book, but that's on you. All right, number 4, Spanish 3. Especially because we lost the entire fourth quarter. I cannot express to you, especially my Spanish 2 kids, I'm talking to my Spanish 2 kids here, I cannot emphasize enough to you how much I recommend that you take Spanish 3. That's just world according to me, but I would love to have a full class, 2 full classes next year of Spanish 3 students. That would make my heart happy. So please be thinking about that, and especially with everything that's going on, I would strongly recommend you take Spanish 3. I would love to have you guys. Now, this next one, number 5, is a shout out to my seniors. And as I was putting this list together, this was last week as I'm putting this list together, guys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I was overwhelmed. I was completely overwhelmed with emotion. my wife comes walking in the room. She's like, what's going on? And I just told her, I'm like, oh my gosh, these kids. These are my kids. You guys are my kids. So, Nakaya, Nicole, Luis, Kenneth, Skylar, Leslie, Luke, Kaylee, got it right, Kaylee, Isabella, Lisbeth, Nayeli, Alondra, Lexi, John Edward, Melissa, Esmeralda, Chelsea, Nautica, Carla, Elise, Ruby, Abraham. You guys are done. And it has been my pleasure to have been able to have taught you, to have been able to served you, to have been able to have done what it is that I was able to do for you guys. Nothing but the best for all of you. And you know I am just a quick email, a quick text away. But it would have been wrong if I never at least addressed and individualized each and every one of you. But then there are 4 that are going to be back next year, and this is going to be the first time in the 3 years that I've taught at Western, I've had these 4 students all 3 years. And next year is going to be the first year that I'm not going to have you. So here's a little seed of thought. I do need student aides. And so to you 4, Maria, Marissa, George, and John Alice, it's just a thought. It's just an idea. Just going to throw that out there. But there's always needs for student aides. And I would love to have you guys be a student aide. And finally, I gave a shout out to Abraham. I got one more shout out for old Abraham. And Abraham, I want to let you know that you got to understand, Abraham loves his Mexican music, and I've made fun of him 2 years ago when we sang El Centenario, and now I've given him a hard time a lot about some of his music, but I finally succumbed. Okay, fine. So our next song, after we got done with, what was it, La Gitana, was going to be Por qué me haces llorar. And we never got there. And we'll never get to sing that song this year. But Abraham, 2 things I want you to know. 1, I absolutely love that song. That song is awesome. And 2, that is going to be our song number 3 for next year. Remember, we always do the most popular song, which will be Prince Royce song will be number 1. Number 2 will be Calma, because that was what the most popular song was last year. Well, our number 3 song is going to be Por qué me haces llorar. And Abraham, although you're not going to be there, I will be thinking of you as we sing that song. So guys, reach out to me, reach out to your 3rd period teachers. Reach out to your 3rd period teachers and send them a quick little, hey, I'm here, I'm good, things are good, everything is all right. And reach out to them and touch base with them. As far as I'm concerned, I've been super busy. Like I told you guys, the helmets are improving, they're growing. I got a new one here. This is from Long Beach State. It's a clear shell, which means that the LB is actually underneath. There's nothing, you can't hear like the bump of a decal because the decal is underneath the plastic. This was a game-worn helmet by Reggie Berry in the years 1970 and 1971. So that's what it looked like. That's it. And that's the collection, but oh no, things are going crazy and I'm not complaining. Reach out to me. I look forward to hearing from you, and get your work done. This is the last week, so we've got a lot to do. Have a great week, guys. Thanks so much.